everybody, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to RoadCraft. As you see, I got me a new toy. It was 26,000. We were sitting around 51,000 when I got it. I've been having some issues with the game as far as graphical issues, lag. Not sure what's going on. I thought it was because of the progress we'd made in the last episode, where I tried to build a land bridge where the game did not intend me to build one. We ended up with a black hole there in the middle of the road that I could not fill with sand. Because of the issues I was running into there, I decided that I was going to restart my progress, thinking that maybe I created a glitch or something in the game there where we were trying to build that road, and that was causing all the problems. Restarted the progress. Unfortunately, it was we were sitting probably around 43%, and it so far has not fixed the glitch completely. It has definitely helped, but I'm still having a lag issue. After about 30 minutes of gameplay, it'll start lagging out. I have to back out all the way to the hub and then go back into the game. Rather annoying. I'm going to keep troubleshooting it, trying to figure out what's going on. But in the meantime, we are on a fresh map. I've done a few things in the beginning. I think I'm sitting around 4% of this map completed. And one of the things I decided I was going to do, instead of building the land bridge up there to go around behind the substation, I'm going to build one across right here, just through this swamp. Basically make a little bit of a shortcut here. I'm not going to do anything major with it, but I wanted to update everybody on what's going on. So if progress on this video is a little bit slower than what I have been doing, you'll know a little bit more of what the cause behind that is. But I'm going to keep working on this. Also, up that way near our dump truck, there's another pile of sand. I don't know how well you can see it from here, but I'm going to build another little land bridge going around to the substation. Just trying not to build it where the game really does not intend for me to build, and see if I can alleviate some of the issues we've been having. But yeah, this is the new truck. It is the Dozer cargo truck. Again, 26,000. I wanted something other than the rusty Dozer that we've been using. This thing works pretty well. It does just about everything the rusty Dozer can do. The only thing it can't do is I do not have asphalt destruction as one of my settings, or one of the configurations on it, which is fine. I don't plan on destroying any asphalt anyways. If it becomes an issue where we need to actually destroy some asphalt, we'll pull out the rusty Dozer and take care of it with that. This thing does turn a lot better. I was having some issues with the rusty Dozer, especially at speed. When I would go to turn, it would oversteer, and then other times it would understeer. So it was difficult to get the hang of driving. This thing drives almost like a Cadillac, especially consider that it does the articulated steering there in the middle at that knuckle. I was actually looking for a vehicle or a Dozer that didn't do that, but my only two options is this one and the rusty Dozer, and then the upgraded version of the rusty Dozer. But I'm going to keep working on this. Next time I see y'all, we'll probably be back almost where we left off at. So, sorry for any loss in content. Still a work in progress. So, there we go. Riding a wheelie. I'm still working on getting caught back up where I left off at. Just trying to get some materials built up for the steel beams. But that to me was pretty cool. Figured I'd go ahead and capture it for everybody. So folks, I was working on getting a few of these quests done, trying to catch back up to where we were, and I saw something interesting. If you look right there in front of my crane, there is a toy crane. That is actually one of the collectibles and I think they sell for like 10,000 coin. So we're gonna recover this real quick, and we're gonna run it back over, and we're gonna sell it. I am gonna go and pick up the other three steel beams here, get this taken care of. All right, folks. I almost forgot to record it, but there's one of the other collectibles. It is the toy truck. So we're gonna take this with us. Unfortunately, I don't believe I can drop it inside the bed right now, so we're just gonna go ahead and lower our boom here. But if you're curious where it's at, right there's the gas station. Right here's where the tractor and trailer is in the beginning. You come up in here. There's a tight squeeze right through here, or you can go back through here. But I came up beside the van here, went around behind the house here. I believe there's a passage right there. I knew about where it was at. I just didn't drive around through there. But we're gonna head on in, drop off this tank. All right, folks, it's been several hours of me trying to get caught back up here. We are fairly close. There's a few things that I had completed in the last one that I have not completed in this, but we are about to unlock another base, so I wanted to go ahead and involve y'all in that as well. This is one of the land bridges I made earlier. I talked a little bit about it probably around the very beginning of this episode. I also built one over there to get to the substation. But what I'm doing right now is I'm running some scrap over here to the steel beams facility. I need to get some more steel beams. That got us 4, and that's actually how many I need. As you see, I still have our 2 toy trucks, well, a toy crane and a toy truck. We'll be dropping those off here shortly. I keep seeing things that I need to do that are closer. These get turned back in at the construction depot. But I'm going to load this up and get it turned in and get that other base unlocked. And there we go, folks. The roadside base, which I'll show you.
Another base up and running. You have the locals to thank for that.
This one right here, top of the hill near the central radio tower. That's the one we just got finished. I almost forgot to hit the button. All right, folks. As you see, got the southern radio tower. We're coming up here to this little area here. If you're familiar with the quarry and the little, one slab bridge work there, that's where we're at. The toy truck we're looking for is actually right there. You can barely see it on the map. I'm going to go ahead and pull in here just a little bit further. Drop my anchors, not that I really need them. All right, there we go. We now have 3 toys in the truck. This is where we had the road request. Back there's the gas station. We had to replace a pipe there, a valve right there. Just give you an idea of where we're at. Also, I can pull up the map. There you go. Just south of the construction depot, kind of northwest of Steel Pipes facility. There's supposed to be a toy dozer in here somewhere. Be a lot easier to find if we were using a scout vehicle, but we're not. Actually, I see it right there. It's flashing at us. But because of the unstable ground, we're going to go ahead and use our anchors. Not that this toy dozer is going to be that heavy. Tell you what, my daughter would probably love these for toys. Alright, we're going to fold the crane, fold the anchors. Looks like everything's strapped. Let's see if we can crawl out of here without flipping or getting stuck real good in a hole or high centering. I think we can crawl out through right here. That's 4. There's 2 more on this map, I believe. Not 100% sure exactly where they're at. If I find them, I'll be sure to record the grab. If I don't find them by the time we 100% this map, I will look them up and we will make sure to grab them. The other collectibles in this are also barrels. I think they're called Warhammer barrels. I don't know if it's this one or the other one here. Let's try this next one here. Pretty sure it's this one. Oh, sell all. Yep. So 40,000. That brings us up to 114 or 114,000. Actually, 114.5. That's pretty good right there. Be quite a bit we should be able to do. For now, I've got a road that we need to fix. As you see, we got a route here. They're struggling right through here. I don't understand why, but we're going to come in. We're going to dump some more sand on there. We're going to dump sand across here. And maybe some sand back in here. Definitely through here and here. Now let's get down there and get dumping some sand. Alright folks, I believe we've actually got our route taken care of here. Both trucks are making it across. Uh-oh. I just saw my crane truck is right in the way. Let's go ahead and I'll take y'all down here and show you what we did. It's nothing special, nothing amazing.
Great job. You secured yourself a steady supply of pipes. Should help us out a great deal in the long run. Anywho, if there's anything you can't have too much of in our business, it's concrete. At the moment, we barely have any, so sourcing more is a must. I think you can guess where I'm going with this. You betcha. There's a concrete plant in the area. I can't confirm its status from the satellite images. Could you go and check it out? Pretty please.
That might be why we're not able to build any bridges yet, is because we don't have the concrete plant. So I'm going to go head up that direction, check that out. Before I do that, I do want to show this. If you're watching as we were driving back down, that's the land bridge that we just did with the sand. Not the best job in the world, but it is working. Our trucks are getting through. Alright folks, we are trenching. We're going to run this from our little substation up here, or sorry, our relay station up there. We're just going to follow the easement here for the power lines over to a substation over there. Should only take us a few minutes, and I don't foresee any issues. Like I said, I'm not sure if I've already recorded this or not. This may be in the previous episode, back when I was trying to figure out how to play this map. But if I didn't, here it is. If I did, sorry. You get to see me do it again, but I'm not going to make you watch the whole thing. Here we are, we've made our turn off the easement. We're cutting up through a little break in the woods here. May actually be easement for the power poles to come up towards the substation. But I'm going to try and cut straight up there towards those markers. Got a couple spots where we bogged down a little bit. But overall, this thing is pretty good at cutting across country. Unfortunately, this episode has taken me a lot longer to record than what I wanted it to. I was wanting to pump out 3 episodes today, but I've spent pretty much all day doing chores around the camper and taking care of this episode. I'm going to try and grind one more episode out later tonight. Probably be the Wednesday episode. Not sure what it's going to be yet, but we'll see. And here we are. We're about to pull into the blue. And there it goes. It just all turned blue back there behind us. Deactivate our cable layer. So at least initially I'm going to run this as a scout. This is our new Cargo Dozer. Actually does really good. I do like it a lot better than the Rusty Dozer. It just seems like it steers better, handles better. I'd even go as far as saying that it has a little bit more power and it pushes through things a little bit better. Could be wrong about that, but this is my opinion. Alright, we're coming up on, I believe, the warehouse. I don't see any markers telling us where, or like showing any points of interest on the ground. We're going to come up here. This is going to be our first issue right here. I'm really hoping that we can get some concrete in and take care of sections like that. I don't know if there's anywhere we can fit through. Doesn't look like I can squeeze between the train cars there, or the loading dock and the crane. Let's go this way and see what we find. Alright folks, I'm down here just below the train. Found a little 2-track. Looks like we might be able to get in through here. Maybe over there around that bridge. I'm just kind of trying to keep my eyes open for anything. Oh, we got a bunch of stumps over here. Just snaked our way right through them. We might have to come back with a stump grinder and cut those out. My only problem with a stump grinder, though, is that thing is slow. That thing drives like molasses uphill in January. I think we might be coming up on something up here. Oh, we are. There's a concrete wall. But it looks like I might be able to push our way through right there. Pull this tree down with my blade. Is it coming? It is coming. There we go. Come on. There we go. I hate how long it takes the trees to disappear in this. You serious? We can't push that? Wow. Alright. Now the problem is getting myself back out of here. There we go. I'll work around here just a little bit. Get it straightened up. There we go. We're going to go right along the side of the wall here. We're just going to do a little bit of landscaping for them. That tree is determined to stay. I think we'll leave it alone. It looks like it might open up here for us. Once we knock down a couple more trees. That tractor there, I'm pretty sure we can push out of the way. That's one of the reasons I like this thing as a scout. Alright, there's one location we're supposed to reach. One downside, as you see, this thing turns really bad. Take about 3 football fields to turn this thing around. Oh, can't go that way. But I see our marker up there on the ground. Take this thing out of low gear, let's get some speed. I doubt I can push my way through those containers. Another big old hole in the ground. Now we can fill those in with sand, maybe. The game sometimes decides that it doesn't like me putting sand in places, so it starts deleting my sand as I pour it. Oh, we can switch to that crawler there. Come around here. And we're going to have to clean up a bunch of these containers, I bet. And there's our 3 points.
Okay, I think we've seen enough for now. It will take some time and effort to bring it back up, but this concrete plant can still work. Great job investigating. Most of the time, I believed in you. Just being honest. Exactly as we thought. No power, and we can't run a plant like that. To lay a new cable, we'll need to clear out some trees first. Luckily, my database shows there's a harvester in the sawmill's garage. I think you know what to do. Drive over there and see if that harvester is still working. But of course, you can't run a plant with a damaged water supply pipe either. So, once you get there, you'll want to clear the driveways for the trucks and repair the water pipe.
Alright, so our water pipes. Got a break right there. Got to clear some roadway there. That's pretty easy. I've got a dozer here that'll clear it no problem. Got to get power to there. I guess we got to come from the transformer station down here. It's actually not too far from our roadside base. We're going to go ahead and try and take care of that real quick without the harvester, because I don't know where this harvester is at. Let's open that. Okay, it's up here at the top of the hill at the sawmill where we already drove through. That's a bit of a drive. Now we could do it, but let's see if we can get through with the cable layer without having to chop down some trees. As y'all have seen, this thing is pretty good at cutting down trees by itself. May not be my smartest move in the world here, but we're going to do a little bit of off-roading. Nah, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Yeah, this thing's cutting through this stuff pretty easily. Haven't had too many issues. Had a few trees we've had to dodge. But if you look over there, that is a train car in the water. That water's pretty deep. Yeah, like I said, we got a few things around here we got to dodge, like that stump there. We got some more stumps over there to the left. I think as long as we take our time with this and try and go pretty smooth and pretty careful, we'll be fine. Alright folks, as you see, we got the cable ran from the transformer station all the way to the concrete slab facility. Unfortunately, we don't have any power down here at the transformer station. I don't know exactly how we go about fixing that. I wouldn't think that we'd have to run a line to the transformer station. Might just happen once we get some things taken care of. I'm thinking I'm going to wrap it up there. As I said, this episode is taking me several hours just because of the glitches I was encountering, having to reset my progress, things like that. Episode is currently sitting at around 35 minutes. After editing, I figure I'll probably have it down to around 30. But as I said, I'm going to wrap it up there. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.